I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive.
'24 Volvo V60.
Recharge Polestar engineered. Ooh. Ooh.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Didn't used to feel this good.
No, this is great now.
Horsepower and torque.
A combined 455 horsepower and 523 pound-feet of torque from a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder plug-in hybrid.
Wait, so what's the changes from the last one? Why does this feel so good?
Okay, so it's no longer called a T8. This is a recharge. There's no more supercharger. They gave it a bigger hybrid battery, nearly double the size, which gave it nearly double the range of the previous one because this is a plug-in hybrid. And it got even more horsepower, and it even feels like it has more horsepower, unlike the last one. Huge improvements, dude. Huge.
You're supposed
to tickle? Sorry,
give me some.
Look at that, dude. Like,
okay,
it's torquey, but it's also weird.
It feels like, okay, you floor it, you get that electric boost, and then you have to wait for the turbo stuff to kick in or something?
Yeah, so what's happening is you first get that initial electricity battery boost, and then the transmission downshifts, and then you get the turbo boost. So it's a little bit strange.
It feels like a turbo spool lag or something.
But let's see if we can get piped through Cliche Corner. And oh, dude, this
Oh,
kind of wants to rotate a little bit.
Getting pipey.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is actually pretty fun to drive through here, and it is noticeably quicker.
Okay, and it is winter.
It's a little weird.
It's a little slick.
And I haven't found a way to turn off traction control through any of these settings, and I've seen it flashing in my infotainment.
But we are in Polestar drive mode right now, which
Yes.
I assume lets us go the quickest we can.
Yeah, that would be the fastest mode. And then we also have hybrid, pure, and constant all-wheel drive because we only have an E-motor on the rear axle. There's no drive shaft, and that rear E-motor is more powerful now. So technically, it should let the back end out a little bit more than the last one.
Didn't feel as like wormy, like some hybrid systems that are disconnected.
Yeah.
Nice. And then the reason we can't find a traction thing is because this has the newer infotainment that's all Google-based, unlike the old one with like the cool swipe left, swipe right, which I kind of missed. But then this has YouTube, and we can play the TheStraightPipes on here, which is amazing. And Jacob, from our 23 recap, guess how many people shared our videos last year?
1 million.
Close.
257,526.
This year we want to double it, maybe even triple it. So share our videos somewhere. We want to get those numbers up.
Yeah, share it on a Facebook group, on an X link, on share it with your grandparents.
In your BlackBerry groups, is that a thing?
BBM groups.
Is that was a thing?
It was.
ICQ chat.
Yes.
MySpace.
AOL.
You've got
What's
mail.
what kids like? TikTok, I
Send
guess?
people a fax number. I don't know, man.
I don't think sending it on a fax works. Anyways.
Thank you guys for watching.
What else? What else?
You can also watch YouTube in here, like you just said, which is great. I think Volvo watched our last video and addressed a number of our complaints, specifically my complaints. Although I 100% am confident that it wasn't because of me, but it's nice to feel like it could be because
we can
of
pretend.
me.
We can pretend.
So I complained that the 8-speed auto did not shift very well. They removed the paddles. I love that because the paddles were useless. Just get rid of them, and I don't mind it.
Yeah.
However, you can still shift with this crystal shifter if you put it into drive and then go left and right.
That goes left and right?
Yeah, which it doesn't look like it does, but it does.
What?
Yeah.
So you go left, and all of a sudden you think you're going in like N and D.
Well,
but
now you're in minus B3 plus, and then I upshift. Well, there we go.
Oh, left and
yes.
Auto stick.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then now we have a crystal shifter where we didn't in the previous one. That wasn't a complaint. However, you did have to double tap to go reverse and drive in the previous one. You no longer have to. So clearly it wasn't the thing that Volvo was like, we need this. No, you can do it without that.
Man, all these manufacturers changing all of these things that we complain about. We are visionaries. Imagine how good the car world would be.
Before you get on your rant, let me just keep going. The engine, the powertrain, they fixed it because it felt super weird. We got the supercharger, we got the turbo, we got the hybrid, lots was going on, and it didn't feel like you were getting those numbers. Now it really feels like you do. The torque comes on, and it feels like that number.
Yeah, okay, torque, stop, torque. Wait, what if you're in manual mode and you do that?
I don't think it's going to be great. So I'm gonna go B minus.
Can we find a way to not have that happen?
I don't.
Oh.
A little bit
Okay,
better.
so yeah, if it doesn't have to downshift,
yes.
it feels, yeah. So if you're in manual mode, It's great.
Turns out you need paddles. And I did mention that the pure electric range had been nearly doubled, so now it's 66 kilometers, which is very good for a car like this, especially this size.
Yeah.
And then the previous one with the old infotainment system had a very small Apple CarPlay screen. This one takes up the entire screen, which is lovely.
I still prefer wide infotainments over tall, because even like tall CarPlay just doesn't feel as right. Like I'm doing that in the Crosstrek, and it's my preference.
I also agree with that. And then we got this upgraded gauge cluster, which I didn't really ask for, but we got Google Maps in it, which is kind of nice. But I just turn it off, and then you just get a black screen.
Okay, but do you want to know the perfect reason to leave it on?
What?
Speed traps.
Oh, would it show up in here?
They show up.
Oh,
they
that's
show
pretty
up.
sick.
When I was doing that C40 or C30, whichever one it was, because I can't remember, pure catching where like the cops were on the radar in the map. So like that is nice to have.
Okay, so those are my complaints that I think Volvo addressed. However, one of them that I didn't address as an issue, Volvo now made an issue, where I previously had a really nice tactile drive mode slider. They removed that, and now it's in the infotainment,
like
hidden between like two menus.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, but what I really love about this is the ability to charge the battery from within the infotainment. So I got this delivered to me with 0 kilometers of battery charge, and I've been using the charge button to recharge it, and I got nearly 100% battery without even having to plug this thing in.
Yeah,
which is obviously very inefficient.
Yeah.
But the ability to do that, I love.
And now I get to test it out in battery mode.
Yes, because I actually haven't driven this in full battery mode. Oh, and final thing before...
Do it for a second.
And the final thing, no, you're going to do that. I don't even want to know what pure feels like.
You don't even like electricity.
But what I do like is these Öhlins dampers, which are great. However, lots of however in this video.
Wait, did you say it right?
No, and I'm not going to ever again.
Öhlins.
They are manually adjustable, which is super fun for super nerds to do. But I wish it was actually still tied to like an adaptive damper setting, because you do have to physically get out of the car, turn the dial, and then really know what you're doing. And if you want to adjust the rears, pretty sure you got to jack up the car, potentially take off the wheels. So now we're going to get out of the car and switch drivers, but we're not going to change the damper settings. I didn't bring my jack.
No, we're going to switch to electric.
I only brought Mark.
We're going to see.
Oh, get it? Jack and Mark?
Those guys.
I didn't bring Mark either. Where's the gasoline, Yuri?
You ready to get piped in pure mode?
Ready. Not bad.
I feel like this would be faster than an iMev.
Yeah, I think this is kind of similar to that S-Class plug-in hybrid we had. Very good.
This is nice. Okay, how do I brake regen? Do I
put it into B? Yeah. And it actually is fairly aggressive, but will not come to a complete stop.
This is very pleasant to drive. I had a good time ripping it through Cliche Corner. I think because we're on these Continental Ice Contact Extreme tires.
Yeah.
Very nice in winter.
That would be the recommended winter tire, or the summer would be the Premium Contact 6, which this apparently comes on.
Okay, and then like in electric mode, this doesn't really feel like anything. But like ripping in like the normal Polestar mode, like actually felt like really
straight back into Polestar.
Well, I don't like ripping on this corner.
Oh, we got piped there. That was pretty good. It's much quicker.
Do we have pumped in audio?
I think it's just the gas motor that you're hearing.
It sounds nice.
It does sound good.
Yeah, like this is like steering's good. Wait, am I on?
Yeah.
What steering am I on?
You're in steering feel firm on. So let's turn that off.
I think I like firm.
Yeah, so do I. Which firm in a Volvo is like anyone else's comfort.
Yeah, this feels good.
Yeah.
It is an overall very pleasant experience, and I'm not upset by like the weird motor stuff at all.
Right, and then the suspension's really comfortable. Everything's really nice to drive. Like I'm having so much of a better time driving this one versus the previous one that felt super strange. What you doing over there?
I love electric driving.
Do you? How much does the battery cost to replace on one of these
did
puppies?
Did I say electric maintenance and ownership?
Yeah, it's part of
or
driving,
did I say
right?
drive? No, it's not for me. I don't own them. Just scam your way into being a car reviewer.
Yeah.
Like we did.
So if you want to charge one of these on a level 2, because this can't accept a level 3, it's about 5 hours, which is all right.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You just got to charge from home or whatever.
Yeah, you just got to install one of those.
I feel like if you're on the
upgrade your electrical panel and whatever you need to do.
If you're buying one of these cars, you probably have all that upgraded already.
Potentially.
And back to the infotainment real quick. While we were watching YouTube, the sound system, the sound that was coming out was unreal. I love Volvo sound systems. Okay, how do you like controlling these buttons? I haven't been in a Volvo in a while, and I am very confused by what they do.
Oh, I got used to it instantly.
Okay.
The left stuff controls your pilot mode or whatever, the adaptive cruise control, which is fairly good, although it tried to kill me when I tried to
Only
adjust.
once?
Only once.
In the course of like a week?
Yes, when I tried to adjust the wipers and I just kind of zoned out for a split second.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, and then the right side just controls your infotainment, basically. Sorry, not your infotainment, your gauge cluster.
Okay, so we got pretty good lumbar, and we got a lot of thigh support here. We can control it from this thing right here. No massage. I feel like some Volvos have had massages, right? Or am I
think
crazy?
you're crazy. But the amount of adjustability to these seats, and they are very comfortable, very well bolstered. They feel really nice. I've had no issues with them at all.
I'm on one heated seat and one heated steering wheel out of 3, and I feel like that's already very warm, and it could get so much warmer.
I actually had to dial that back to 1 because I had them both at 3, and I swear you could fry an egg on that steering wheel.
You can never get too hot.
It was so hot, dude.
I mean, you can get too hot, but I always want it to be able to get the hottest.
It's on fire.
Let's
Here,
go.
I'm
We'll
going to
see.
load you up. By the end of the video, we'll get Yuri's assessment. But mine is, it's fryingly hot. Okay, the back seats
Fryingly hot.
are a little bit too tight. I don't fit with my knees, but my head is totally fine.
And I fit great at 5'8".
Yeah, so a little bit more would have been nice. I think my E55 AMG Wagon has a little bit more room than that in the back seats.
Hey, lots of room in the trunk because it's a wagon.
Exactly. Wagons are the best. Superior people only buy wagons.
Do I have a wagon? No.
No.
Should I get a wagon?
Yeah. Just get an AMG wagon.
Let me know in the comments below which wagon I should get.
Just get the same one as me. It's the
I
best
feel like I'd
one.
want a lifted wagon.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, like a Volvo battle wagon?
Not Volvo. Probably Mercedes.
Yeah. An all-terrain. Doug loves his.
Yeah, but that cool concept one with the cool suspension.
Ah, yes.
And how's the coverage of our floor mats? I feel a lot of carpet from where I'm sitting.
Could be significantly improved with a set of TuxMat. Go to TuxMat.com/TheStraightPipes.
And then how about these materials? Like, these are pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
These, like, high quality stuff.
Nothing feels or looks cheap or out of place.
Does this compete with, like, BMW and Mercedes properly? Like,
It does, but I always feel like it's on a slightly different level,
like, this is
like a
nicer
little
than,
bit lower.
This is nicer than Acura.
Oh, yeah. Yes, way nicer.
But, like, I feel like this is as nice as BMW.
It's a different Swedish/Chinese take. Like, it's good.
Okay, cup holders. Cup holders look like they fit a small cup. Fantastic.
They do because they're multi-layered.
Ooh, how about the visors? I don't think they'll pass.
I have not tested them in these winter conditions.
3, 2, 1. Oh, no, Volvo. No.
Damn it.
No, no. And then we have a 360 camera in here, but since it's a vertical screen, it is only showing the rear when you start up. You can click the 360 camera and then you lose the rear. And the problem with that is, say you're backing up with the 360 camera, you can't see if there's a car coming like 500 feet down.
Exactly.
And that is why I think they should take this screen. You know, good attempt on the vertical screen. Love it. Great for watching Straight Pipes YouTube shorts, which we don't do on here. Turn it sideways, put the vents at the bottom, and I think you would have a much better car.
I feel like Ford solved that problem in one of their vertical screen displays, and I don't remember which one.
Mach-E, probably.
I think so.
Yeah. And before we get to the price, let's listen to it from the outside. And you like the yellow seatbelts?
I love them. That's
cool.
And one more thing I forgot. Now, for some reason, on these wheels, which are sick, by the way, and we got gold Brembos behind them, we actually have the valve stem caps in gold.
Ah, yeah, and we got the gold brakes.
Did we even talk about the looks?
No,
'Cause
we forgot.
I love how this thing looks.
This looks good, but like, does it really change?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, the one thing that has changed. The previous one had the Polestar logo. They removed that. Now it just says Polestar Engineered.
Hey, we drove a Polestar too.
Yeah, we did.
Check out that video.
Yes, we've driven 2 Polestars now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
We've ridden in 2 Polestars. Now we should probably get to the price.
Hit me with it.
I only have a starting price, $77,500.
So I assume this is gonna get up to like 86. Canadian.
Probably the last one that we drove was $84,350. So I imagine this didn't get cheaper.
Yeah, nothing really gets cheaper.
And if it did, mind.
So overall, I think a great wagon, improved in every way.
Yeah, I think BMW needs to take a page out of Volvo's book of updates where they only update the problematic areas, not the general looks and the things that people already really like about the car.
And you know, the steering wheel got nice and warm. Not too hot, but like I'm using it to warm the rest of my t-shirt wearing arms. The seat is still an all right temperature. I have felt hotter.
There you go. There's Yuri's assessment and Jakub's assessment.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate every single one of you.
Don't forget to share. We got to get past 19,710.
And thank you for watching us suffer in the middle of winter, because for some reason we only drive this wagon every time it's winter and we get slushed and rained on and snowed on and everything done. So
It is what it is.
yeah, thanks for watching us get piped today.
Piped.